So let's step our feet nice and wide. I'm just gonna come down, stretch my shoulders. I didn't really do much of a warm-up stretch. That's okay. Okay, take your hands down to the floor, flat palms, and I'm gonna straighten and bend my legs. So I'm gonna warm up my knees and my hips. Take a little shift side to side and really drop the back so you get a little upper back stretch as well. Then slowly come up and just a little pulses on each side. A little crazy here today. Good. All right, reach your arms out. You notice I always do the same stretches because I really know where I need to feel the stretch for myself. You kind of get to know that over time. Stretch side to side. Little serpent goes either way and reach the arms opposite directions. Good. All right, jump your feet in and good. All right, so we're gonna do little pop squats because those are just the easiest way to kind of lift up your heart rate quick. You don't have to jump. You can do these in any manner you want. So let's do 30 seconds at a time. Ready? Start with the small ones, go. So just coming down, touching the floor. Now when you come down to touch, brace the belly. You don't even have to jump at all. We're gonna do the first 30 seconds with no jump at all. So we're gonna warm up the knees. Knees, hips. That's it. Good. Now bracing, bracing. Breathe already. Okay, stop. Little shuffle. 3 sets of 30. And you can just pull the knees back. Little hamstring curl for the front of the legs. Okay, roll the shoulders. Get ready for our second 30 and go. So I'm gonna bring my feet in and out. Good. You got it, guys. Let's go. 30 seconds at a time. And I want to make sure to breathe. Even breathing. Good. And stop. All right. Roll the ankles. So you're going to wake up, pick up the heart rate, set your intention for the day to be really active. All right, you ready? Third time, let's go. Now, you can do 2 without the jump, and then 2 with the feet in and out. Or 4, I think that was 4. I can't count. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Last time. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right. So, picked up the heart rate, ready for the weights. You know me, I'm very thirsty, I need a drink. Okay. I'm going to grab my 10s. We're going to work on the upper body through the mid to lower body. So grab these. We're going to just do rows. So take your feet, hip width, shoulders back. We're going to lean forward, then bring the weights to the front. I'm going to turn a little bit. Okay, let's start one arm at a time. Let's go right arm, left arm, right arm, left arm. Now, in that bent forward position, you want to make sure you're really bracing the belly and keeping the back nice and flat. So here's what you don't want to do is arching the back. You want to pull the shoulder blades back so that your posture is good. Strong, strong posture. The great thing about doing these workouts like this is you can follow along, but if you don't like this exercise or you want to change it up, then you can do that. It doesn't matter at all. All right, 5, 4, 3, Single arms done. Roll the shoulders back. Now let's do a little side bend. So we bring the weight down to the side of the knee. And I want you to feel the stretch through the front, the sides, and the back. So staying nice and tall. All right, let's move back to the rows. We're going double arms this time. So lean forward, set your knees, brace, double arms. Good. Think about squeezing the shoulder blades, pulling them in. They can touch. It's great for the front of the shoulders, the back of the shoulders, the upper back, and the belly. Now, think about your hamstrings for a second. You are engaging the hamstrings with the bent knee. So we don't want a straight leg, right? All of that is working. Let's do 5 more. 5, big pull. 4, 3, 2, and hold it and come up. All right, here's a good stretch. Take your weights, it doesn't matter what they are. Maybe they're bigger than mine. They may be smaller. It doesn't matter at all. All right, continuing on with the same set. Back to single arms, but we're gonna step 1 foot back and lean forward. It's gonna be 1 arm row, just 1 arm. Great. Now, again, leaning forward, so you're bracing the belly. Think about that 1 shoulder blade. The other one is stationary, but your whole back is working. All right, good. Pull. Pull, isolating the muscles. You get a little tricep in there too. I'm not even gonna work the triceps today. Didn't give them a break. 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold it, and roll up. All right, nice. So do your side bends. Beautiful, we better do the other arm, right? Okay, I'll stay forward. Step the 1 foot back, lean. You're gonna brace this arm that I just worked down here. Opposite arm, pull. Now you see how narrow you keep the elbow? You're not pulling it out to the side, you're pulling it right to hit the back wall. Bracing the belly. I already had a coffee, but I'm gonna work so I get my second one after this. It was just a little one. All right, that's it, good. So that 1 shoulder blade, you pull it back, pull, pull. Give me 5 more. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then rise up. 1 more set for the rows. Okay, so we're really gonna use the same exercise over and over. They're all different. Right, this time both arms, triple rows. So set your feet a little wider if you want. More this way. Let's lean forward into the deadlift. Shoulders back, back flat. 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. So kiss shoulder blades together. Bring it down. 3, 2, 1. Pull. Very isolated, small movements. Yes, that's good. 5 more. 5 triples. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold. All right. Let's do a little bicep curl. Just releasing the arms, releasing the back. Now, bend your knees. You can just do a little breather in between, right? Good. Depends how big your weights are. Squeeze 1 arm, squeeze the other. Really good to do these bicep curls, individual arms. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Okay, put it down. Shake out your hands. Those are heavy weights to keep in your hands the whole time. We didn't put them down. Have a quick drink. Okay. Always remembering whenever you lean down to get anything, even if it's just your water, bending the knees, bracing, right? Okay, let's go back to the pop squats. 3 sets of 30. First one, I'm not even gonna move my feet in and out. Ready? Go. But I wanna make it fairly quick, if I can. That's it. So, when I lean, I brace the belly. You can use your whole body in this one. Yep. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. All right. Hips shift side to side. Roll the shoulders, just have a little break. This one, I'm actually gonna pull the quad a little bit. Second one, make it small. Come down in a little boxer stance. 30 seconds, go. Good. And watch my clock. So you don't have to. As long as you keep moving, beautiful. You got it. Okay. Ha. That's it, that's it. 5 seconds. Nice. Hold. Okay, good. I always like the ankle roll. You know me. Crackly joints are no good. So let's even release the spine a little. Okay, one more time at 30 seconds. Ready. Come down, athletic stance, and go. Now again, if you don't want to move the feet, don't. Yep. Good. Bring the hand back. So I want to make sure to lift. I want to make sure to touch the floor every time. Good. 5 seconds. And done. Good. All right. Now, little twist through the torso. Okay. Excellent. We're going to work on some deadlifts. So same weights or lighter or heavier. You choose. Great. I'm going to keep the same weights. So remember, when you do a deadlift, your target muscle is the hamstring, so back of the leg. So you never want to lock the knee. Keep the knee a little soft. Come up, we'll start with regular double leg deadlifts. So we come down here, hands up front, soften the knee, lean. Now, on the way up, I want you to really squeeze the back of the legs. Lift. Lean forward. Lift. Good. Lean. Squeeze it up. Now, I would say this is one of the hardest fitness moves to do properly. Because you're like, where am I squeezing? Back of the leg. From the back of the knee to the glute. Great. Let's do 5 more. So once you really, really activate this muscle, you're going to feel it. 3. And remember to brace the belly 2. And 1. Hold it down. Hold it down. Squeeze those hamstrings. Now, just reach the arms down one at a time. Stay in that hamstring squeeze. Good. And roll up. Awesome. Okay, we don't need a very long break here. I'm going to put one weight down. This one is going to reach towards the floor. So it's going to be a one-legged deadlift. My opposite leg is back. So this back hamstring, I can even feel it if I put my fingers there, just when I bend the leg. Okay, so lift. We're going to drop the arm to the floor, down, up. That's it. So the standing leg, feel the back of the hamstring, right the back of the leg, right there in the hamstring. Good. This may look like nothing, guys, but I want you to touch the floor, squeeze the hamstring on the way up. You should really be able to activate it, isolate it. Right there, 5 more. Oh, I thought I could do it without putting my foot down. That's, okay, now we've got 5 more then. So I messed one up. 5, 4, 3, you can lift your hand up if it helps you, catch your balance. 2, and 1. Now hold it down. Stay there, really get your balance, stay like a statue. Bend that knee so this front hamstring is really activated. Come up, beautiful. All right to the other side. Switch the weight, step back. Now remember, this is your target zone, right? The front leg, the back of the leg, wherever you want in your tall stance, bend the knees, lift, go. Now, is this my good balance side? I don't think so. It's okay. That's okay. Yes, there we go. Breathing. When you lean, you brace across the front. Okay? Got it. Give me 5 more good ones. Notice I said good ones. I'm going to keep this foot up. That's my challenge. We got this. That's 4. I've got 3 more. I wanted 5 good ones. Okay, 2 left. 1 more. And then remember, we're coming halfway down. We're holding. You're getting that front leg. Squeeze the hamstring. Squeeze it. Squeeze it. And up. Ah. I can feel those. Can definitely feel them. All right. Quick drink. Let's go back to both legs. So we did double. Single, single. Now double. So we're going to go down slow, up quick. All right, so let me show you. Hands to front, bend the knees. We're going to go down slow, up quick. Slowly down, stop, up quick. Squeeze the hamstring, squeeze them, then release. So, if you're working on glute power, this is right here too. Squeeze the glutes, release. 10 more. I thought you said 5 before, right? 9. Up we go. I want you to really try and feel the back of the legs. 8, up. 7. 6. Good, good, good. 5. Up. 4. 3. The weights are just incidental, by the way, right? 2. Last one, we're gonna stay down. We're gonna stay down. Now, turn your weights, right? Give them a little turn. Watch that low back, brace the belly. 3, 2, up quick, done. Beautiful. All right. How are we doing? We're 20 minutes in. Well, we're more like 18. I don't count the warm-up. We have 30 minutes of work here. We don't usually count the warm-up and the cool-down. So 30 minutes of exercise. All right. Pop squats again. Same way we did it before. The first 30 seconds, no feet, unless you want to go for it and you want a little extra. I'm easing into each one all the time. Fix your pants. I also need to be comfortable first. Right. Okay. Watching my clock. Ready? Go. So come down and up. Now remember, knees tracking over feet. You want to push the hips back. So let's go sideways. Push the hips back. So you're getting a good knee bend. I'm just touching the floor. Very gentle touch. Little tap. Yeah. All right, all right. Beautiful. Where's my clock? 3, 2, and 1. Nice. There we go. First one done. 2 more. I'm gonna bring my feet in and out. And I like to be down in that kind of boxer ready stance, right? As if I'm a boxer. I could not be boxer if my life saved me. It depended on me to do that. Okay, ready, go. But I love Rocky. Okay. Let's go. Make it small and controlled. Keep control of your midsection. Good. I like it. I like this move. It does a lot in a short amount of time. That's what we want. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Twist. Work on the abs. Gotta work on my abs. You know, you kind of go through phases with fitness, right? I'm really disciplined. No, I'm not so disciplined. I'm back to being disciplined. Well, so it's all up here. It's where you want to be. Okay, ready? Third one, and roll the shoulders back, come down. Go. Brace belly. I'm gonna turn this way. You got it, you got it. Ha. I need to come this way though so I can see my clock. Halfway. This is the last time we're gonna have the pop squats, by the way. Oh, good. Yes. 3, 2. Let's do one more. And up. Beautiful. Okay. Little quad stretch. No more pop squats. So we need to save time for abs. I'm going to lean forward. This is one of my most favorite stretches because it stretches so much at the same time. We want to be time effective. So fingertips into the floor or knuckles. Great. Okay, heels down, roll up. All right, a little upper body mixed together with lower body. So grab your weights. I'm gonna start with the 5s and then see if I go up to the 10s. Let's see, 5s might be enough. But I'm not sure. All right, so we're gonna start with our feet shoulder width. Then we're going to step either foot back. Doesn't matter. We're gonna come down and stay in a lunge. All right? So you decide how low it's gonna be. Weights to shoulders, simple overhead press. All right. Now, if you want a little more, lift that front heel. Activate more leg. And you're thinking, of course, about balance while you're working these shoulders. I think for the second round, I will try the 10s. Staying right here. Let's keep it really simple, but look at what we're doing. We're working all through the legs. Core strength, because we're balancing. Let's do 10 more. 10. And of course, shoulders, upper body, upper back. 4, 5, 6, 7, come lower. 8, 9, hold it up. Stay in a little pulse lunge with the arms up. Oh, beautiful. You got it, you feel that all, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Maybe I won't go to 10s. It seemed like maybe I would at the time. All right, so got to do the other leg. All right, what did I do before? I did that one, so now I've got to do this one. That's it. I'm going to stay square to the front. So remember, you want your feet roughly shoulder width. I'm looking at my screen here. Then straight back. So this is a terribly difficult lunge. This is a lot easier for you. So I'm going to come down into my lunge and stay. Hands here, shoulders, press. Okay, I can watch what you're doing here. Good job. Okay. So let's bring elbows to shoulder height. Of course, I can't see you. It's not very fair because you can see me. Okay, good. We're staying right here. If you want more, you're going to lift that front heel. So you're going to force yourself to improve your balance. Give yourself a challenge. Come a bit lower. So you're on your toes. You're on your toes this whole time. All right, let's do 10 presses. Go for 10, 9, I'm coming lower, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold the last one up, come down, pulses, pulses. That's it, good. Good, good, good. We're working so many things at the same time. Straight arms, straighten them. Straighten them. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it in. Woo! Okay. Excellent. That's good. So we're stretching. Let's do one more set. But we're going to be upright rows to overhead presses. And we're not even going to have the lunges. All right, so for this one, I'm going to try the bigger weights. We won't do another set of lunges because we'll run out of time and then we won't have time for abs. So I'm coming right back so that we can get full body. So you don't need a super wide foot. You want your feet to be shoulder width, hands in front. Let's start with an upright row. Okay, so for these ones, I can come forward. We can watch the shoulders, right? That's it. This is a very deceptive move. It does a lot. Do 2 more with both hands. Now, just the right hand. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Both hands. 4, 3, 2, and hold it. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. All right, let's put it together with an overhead press. So we come up, push, then row down. Let's do 10. Up. That's 10. I better count or I'll do too many or not enough. 9. Now really brace your belly, bend the knees. 8. Good. Which weights do you have? Did you go up like me? 7. Now think about stretching. 6. 5. 4. Beautiful. 3. Really get it, get it. Knees are stationary. 2. And hold. 10 presses. 10, 9, 8, 7, come on. 6, bend your knees. 5, 4, we can do this. 3, it's getting heavier. 2, and stop. Bring it down, bend the knees, down on the floor. All right, shake it all out. Release those fingers. Now here's an important stretch. Take your arms forward, palms up. Pull the fingers back. And you just see for the forearm, we do this one all the time in body pump, because if you are squeezing with your hands, which we naturally tend to do, that can end up in your tendons, in your elbow, and we don't want that. Don't want tight elbows. That's no good. All right, let's get down to the floor. We got a few minutes left. Let's take 3 minutes on the floor. And I'm going to take one weight. I'm going to make it a 10, okay? You can do whatever you like here. You can do this without a weight at all. So we're going to come down, feet flat on the floor or heels lifted. It doesn't matter. Take the weight up. We're just going to crunch and release. So all I want you to do is lift your shoulder blades off the floor. At the same time, drawing your back towards the ground. Lift. We're going to keep it very simple. 4, 3, reach those arms up. The arms are as long as they could be. 2, the last one you're going to hold it up, hold, and pulse. Now, shoulder blades stay off the floor. Suction your back to the ground. Oh, can you feel your abs though? Yeah, me too. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. Okay, same thing, but knees in, legs up. I'm gonna roll my ankles because I always need a little ankle roll. It never hurts. Okay, so we're gonna be bringing the weights to the shoelaces. If you don't have shoes on, then flex your feet and bring the weight right to the top of the feet. Let's do 10 more. So 10, you could speed it up a little. 9, 8, 7, get the shoulder blades off the floor. 6, 5, I can feel it. 4, 3, come on, come on. 2, we're gonna hold the last one up and we're gonna pulse. That's it. Squeeze the belly, squeeze the belly. Shoulder blades are high. Your legs are long. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, hold the weight up. Put the feet back on the floor. Now, this is a super simple move. Do not drop the weight on your face. That would be terrible. Okay, we're gonna keep our back towards the ground. So press your back towards the ground right now, and then arms overhead and up. All you're doing is maintaining that back and stomach position, nice and stable. That's it. Good, good, good. Take it out, bring it in. Now, if you want an extra challenge, you're gonna do the same thing with the leg up. It's gonna be a little harder. Take your arms all the way overhead, touch the weight to the floor. Beautiful. Your back should be right on the ground. You're using your stomach to keep it there. Okay, do you want to add something to this, guys? Of course you do. Watch this. So we take our legs down and then up. And if you want to add even a little more, you're going to lift the shoulders. This is a jackknife. Take it all the way down, all the way up. Let's do 5. Let's do 5. Lift up. 4. Lift up. 3. Everything meets right in the center. We got 2 more. Lift. And last one, we're going to leave it at the top. And we've got our little pulses. 10, 9, 8, this is it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Okay, put your feet down and then slowly drop that weight overhead. Leave it there, hands by the sides. Okay, bring your feet in towards your hips, towards your glutes rather. You can even grab the heels, lift up. Let's just do a little bridge to kind of release, start of the release of your back, but you're squeezing your glutes at the same time, activating the hamstrings at the same time. Work in the belly. Stay here, close your eyes, breathe. 5 big breaths. Keep those hips up, squeeze the butt. 4 big breaths. 3, 2, no dropping, no dropping. 1 more big breath, and everything down. All right, lengthen out one leg, bring the other one in. Now you can take your arm out and pull the knee out the opposite way. I don't like the word pull. I don't want you to pull. I want you to draw the knee out. Pulling is not a great fitness word. We don't want force, we want activity. You can also kind of release the hip in a little circles there. Okay, bring it back in. Switch legs. Take the opposite arm out and draw the knee out to the side. So you're opening up the hip. Good. That's it. So you're kind of opening the chest as well. Now work that knee in little circles. You know, the ultimate goal is movement, right? That's all that it is. Amazing. Okay, now roll up. Stretch your back. Turn around. Walk the dog. Oh, Charlie didn't hear me say that. He'll say, what? Are we going? All right. Jump your feet into that little froggy squat. Best stretch in the world. All right. Fingertips down, feet straight, roll up. Great. Nice work. Nice work for early on a Monday morning, or whenever you're doing this, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Like I said, our main goal is movement, right? So let's just make sure to move. So take your foot into that figure 4 cross, sit down, reach the hands forward and up. Amazing. Apple Watch is buzzing at me. Done something. All right, other side. Balance, cross, brace, sit, reach. Okay, awesome. Now here's a good one just to release the back. So start with some shoulder rolls and take your hands up and our little boxers punching back. It's a great active release for the upper back, the back of the shoulders. It's asking me if I've ended my workout. Clearly not. Clearly not, Siri. Stop it. Oh, shouldn't have said that. Now she'll want to talk to me. And downward roll and release the shoulders. Good. Good, good, good. Another little back stretch. Roll up and always our twist. You never want to leave your back tight. Good, you can add some little punches. So movement is the key. Release is the key. Burn some calories, go hydrate, and you have started off your day or your evening in a really good way. All right. Okay, good job, guys.